So good morning. This is March the 19th, 2015, and this is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is day number 18 into the semester week number 9. So let's get started. Welcome back to today's class. We're going to continue the group work as we started earlier last week. And we are glad that we have the opportunity to come back to this room to use it for the rest of the semester. Now, to help you get started, I would like to just go through my teacher's 10-minute sequence by introducing to you the topic of today. Definitely, we are doing some study on cybercrime, the cyber problem-based learning. So I would like to show you this very brief video, 2 minutes something, okay?
By a criminal who turns it into a zombie.
The guy has the ability now to control your computer to do anything. Anything you got on your computer, financial records, personal information, he also has access to that as well.
You would never know your computer is a zombie, hijacked by a Trojan horse. The poisonous program would disguise itself as useful software and secretly install itself in your hard drive. An antivirus program does not even touch it.
Only about 15% of our Trojans are detected by antivirus, and that's even after years of updates.
One hijacked computer isn't enough.
The hacker's goal is to control as many zombie computers as he can. The more of these he commands, the more computing power he'll have to commit crimes.
This network of robotic zombie computers is called a botnet. There could be hundreds of thousands of zombie computers in one botnet. Criminals use the collective power of a botnet to steal from banks, attack governmental agencies, cripple a company, and clog computers with spam.
You don't have to go out to do it. You can bring your crimes and you can do it right in your own house.
It's even easier than that. Security experts say the newest trend is creating a botnet of hijacked zombie computers, then selling it to another less computer-savvy criminal.
You don't even have to have the expertise to make a botnet. You just buy them online using stolen credit card.
The masters of botnets are hard to catch. When a crime happens, the trail would lead police to a zombie computer. The FBI says home users like you and me make easy targets for criminals by leaving security holes in their computer.
Various operating systems are either unpatched or not up to date with their patches. The vulnerability is always okay broadcasting to the bad guy and say, hey, come in back.
To make sure you are the master of your machine, turn on your firewall. If you have high-speed internet, keep your computer on overnight, so your antivirus program can automatically vaccinate your machine. Computer scientists say these measures will make it a little tougher for hackers to turn your computer into a zombie.
Okay, you heard something about the zombie computer. You also heard something about the botnet. Okay, so kindly make sure that you can check that your computer has not become a zombie. This is how to.
They're supposed to protect you on the inside and keep the thieves out.
We have fences around, people put alarm systems on the door, they want to feel safe.
But these traditional tools won't keep you safe from the cyber crook. If you have a computer with internet access, you're a potential target.
The information you find on these computers is better than dumping that.
When you buy stuff online, even if it's a secure connection, a thief can still steal your identity. There are computer programs called keyloggers that record everything you type on your keyboard.
People will be surprised what information is being captured.
Keyloggers are hard to catch. Many programs self-destruct once they collect your personal information. The thief can hide the keylogger program in anything. An email, music, even inside a piece of hardware, like this keyboard adapter and this wireless router. But your computer doesn't even need to be infected to be at risk. If you can get online at home with a wireless computer, you could be a victim.
They'll even put guardrails in the yard, but then they'll turn right around and they'll put a wireless network system.
Houston Police Officer Nick Grayhill demonstrates what a thief can do. He downloads this free program from the internet. Every time you hear this, the program finds a home with a wireless connection. Over and over again, we find unsecured wireless connections. They're open doors for a thief to hack into your computer.
I'll capture everything that they've hacked and sent over.
That means passwords, usernames, bank account numbers, anything that can wipe you out. who found the owner of one unsecured wireless network at home.
I know, sir. Were you aware that it was unsecured?
No, it's not.
Richard Campbell not only uses his wireless computer for personal use, this is also his work computer. And no bars are going to keep a hacker from getting everything inside his machine.
Now I'm very concerned. In fact, this weekend I was thinking about updating my software for that kind of protection, and I'll make sure to key in for that specific thing.
To prevent identity theft, Grayhill says be sure to protect and secure your wireless network. The manual will tell you how. Consider buying a firewall. Always update your antivirus and spyware blockers. Before you throw out your computer, make sure you wipe out the information on your hard drive completely. There's software you can buy that will do that.
There is another method that will protect you and it costs you nothing. Before you get rid of your computer, take out the hard drive and remove it, then destroy it. Before you recycle the rest of your computer or throw it away.
Police say when it comes to protecting your identity from increasingly savvy thieves, you can never be too careful. Elizabeth Lee, CW39 News.
Okay, you read something about a key locker, which can record everything you type on your keyboard, and this will be sent back to the hacker. Let's continue with that. It's just 1 to 2 minutes.
It is one of the best kept secrets in the corporate world. Businesses attacked and their critical information stolen by cyber spots.
So maybe a small number of people, but it's a hugely disproportionate amount of damage that it causes.
The risk is so high, so costly, some companies like Skyport Communications hire consultants to beef up their security.
It becomes very hard for one person or maybe even a team to keep up with every single latest threat.
Cyber criminals have hit almost every industry. Banking, energy, even the power grid. Sometimes the problem comes from the inside.
In most companies, the network administrator is implicitly trusted. They have godlike powers over the network.
If the administrator is a thief or if he doesn't keep up with the latest threats, the company would be at risk.
Police say when there is a security breach, companies many times don't call law enforcement. The fear is if the word gets out, it could be bad for business.
Instead, they hire private information security experts like Paul Williams. He's developed a way of identifying a worker or potential employee who may be a problem. To demonstrate this method, we show him this. These 4 are CW employees who have volunteered for this experiment. The man on the bottom right is a convicted cyber crook. Without knowing any of this, we asked Williams to profile the pictures.
What I see here is a man that may be good at handling money.
Well, I'm in sales.
Everything they say for a reason, picking words carefully.
I try to make sure that I'm saying the right thing so I can offend people.
More or less we call a follow by the book type of person.
If there's a book for life in general, show it to me.
One thing about this gentleman here is it's very much do things his own way.
You hit that right on the nail. I've always been that way with my friends as far as taking over.
As for our bad guy,
A lot of potential issues with this gentleman. Very complicated guy.
so who's the potential problem? Williams narrowed it down to 2, including our cyber crook.
A lot of potential problems here.
The Houston police agrees. Greg Watson was convicted for stealing critical information from his company by hacking into his entire network from home.
So any of the competitors, he was doing basically all this before his cocaine addiction.
For 100 people, we can easily eliminate 90 that are not suspects.
Once Williams narrows down his pool, he examines their resume or talks to them before he pinpoints the bad guy. Elizabeth Lee, CW39 News.
Do you find it's a little bit interesting to this video? They employ some expert who can look at the face of a person and predict what this person's going to do, and then you see some defenses. It's scientific enough. Okay, awesome.
This is a playground for a new breed of criminals, invisible hackers who use the internet to destroy lives, cripple companies, and spy on governments.
You got hackers now that are 65, 70 years old, all the way down to 14.
Some create viruses, others steal your identity, rob banks, or even attack the government's defenses, all with just a few keystrokes. Who are they? FBI computer scientist Samuel Sutton puts hackers into 3 categories.
You might get some 10, 11, 12-year-olds that will do something like this.
Police call them script kiddies, young hackers who send some of the viruses that can infect your computer.
Motives, are usually it's cruel, it impresses their friends.
The next group of cyber criminals is more sophisticated.
They're looking for databases of personal information that they can use in future scams.
It is the third group of hackers that can cause the most damage.
There are actual professional hackers who sit there and have concentrated targets.
Targets like major corporations and even national defense agencies.
The crimes are on the rise. There are people being recruited, KGB style, out of colleges.
Mark Mellinson is a hacker who defends the cyber world. He hacks into companies with their permission, finds holes in their cybersecurity, and patches them.
There's millions, if not billions, to be made, not necessarily by the hacker,
but by monsters who find cybercrime a lucrative business and hire computer experts to help them launder money.
If you were a mafioso type person who's going to run an organization, what better way to run your organization but through the internet?
With just a computer, a criminal can commit a crime anywhere. They can easily hack into a system, either from this cafe with Wi-Fi in downtown Houston, or from the other side of the world.
in some cases, it's possible to catch them, but it's not necessarily feasible to convict them.
Why is that?
Well, because they cover their tracks.
Erasing the evidence. But even when there is a conviction,
The punishments don't seem to fit the crime.
the FBI says the longest known U.S. prison sentence for a hacker who spreads viruses is 4 years and 9 months.
You might work the case for 6 months to a year, and the person actually gets less time than you worked on the case. That's not uncommon.
With little or no consequence and a lot of money to be made, police expect the number of computer attacks to increase as more criminals discover the cyber world. Elizabeth Lee, CW 39 News.
Now, we have already gone through the 4-part sequence of this introducing to you the cyber wars, okay? So we are not going to repeat it now. Let's get back to the business of today. I'd like to help you through the problem-based learning process of identifying your proposal, that is the problem. But before that, this is my trick to stimulate you into thinking what topic could be the best for you. Since we're stepping into week number 9, and when you look at week number 9's topic, we're still doing computer crimes, okay? And I'm just giving you enough to stimulate you to think. Now, if you look at the topic discussion forum of this week, I have given you the notice of a seminar, which is given by the local judiciary police on March 18th. Hopefully yesterday, you joined this particular seminar 3 to 4 at the Student Activity Center. Now, this is an excellent work. I praise the local police because they try to give you enough of the information they have for the crimes committed in Macau related to social networking. So, any one of you have joined that yesterday? Okay, what do you think? Do you understand what they say? Maybe.
I found many similar points.
Yeah.
That seminar
With this one, right? That's exactly my purpose of getting you the information. Actually, this is why I say I say big thank you, and I think they're doing the right thing because they're doing it in Cantonese, right? They're doing it in Cantonese. In English, yesterday, wow, that's good. To do students do it in English. So I think it's very important that you grab a chance to get yourself equipped with that. Okay, having said that, if you look at the 4-part series that I just showed you, for each particular part, there is a small theme that you can catch, okay? The reasons why we have this small theme is because we want to make sure you understand how to focus on the specific problem or the specific topic of interest. So the question is, now may I pass the time back to you? So I do not know if you have already done the discussions already. If not, your missions today, okay, your mission today is to come up with a proposal for your team, or if not one, at least 2. If not 2, at least 3. That is the maximum because each team has 3 pairs, all right? So how are you going to do that? Well, according to the email, I say, well, may not be all of you are ready to present your proposal, but at least 3 from each team. So tell the whole team what your proposal is. What do you think of the topic? that the whole team should be working on. And then you still have 2 more weeks to do it, okay? So what are you going to do after you got a particular topic? You need to do the discussions of the topic by looking up related information of that topic, such as the video you see, such as the article you're working on, okay? And each one of you is going to gather enough information to determine how you can proceed from that topic. Now, what do we mean by that? If you look at the 6 artifacts you're going to submit, which I mentioned already on last week, you need to submit a journal of your own. So by submitting a journal, you need to select a topic for yourself. And this topic that you select could be independent of the team's topic, right? But the best thing is you can select a topic which is consistent with the team's topic. That means you are doing something to contribute to the success of the team's topic, because eventually all of you need to write a report for that team's topic and submit the report. All of you submit the same report. That's one of the important artifacts. Okay? So you understand that. The second thing is, once you have selected a topic which could help the whole team to proceed successfully to complete the report, you should get involved at least one person in your team to discuss with you the topic of your interest. Okay? Then you can accumulate the discussion detail on the forum to submit as your second piece of artifact of this learning contract. The third, of course, is the report, which you know that. The fourth one is the blog. The blog is after you've done the report, by looking back to the specific topic you did, which could contribute to the success of the report. What can you write your blog for? Remember, I've already finished grading your first learning contract. Do you read the comments given to you in your blog? When you read the comments given to you in your blog, you should know that when you write your blog, there's certain things you need to take into account. Okay? And that is the key point. You need to have a discussion first. Now, if you do not have discussion, it might turns out that all the things you submit, except the report, will be consistent. And all the other things will be irrelevant. And you will immediately say that it's a waste of time to do this exercise. Okay? So may I give you, say, 10 minutes per group, okay, so that you can listen to your members sharing of the topic. And for that, you need a coordinator in your team, okay, to coordinate who's going to talk for how long. Now, you have 10 minutes, so each proposal to be shared by one of the 3 persons in your team today will not be more than 3 minutes, okay? So can I just say, please do it now, it's your time. Let me make sure that the air conditioning works. And I will come back to you to ask for your sharing topic in 10 to 15 minutes. Now remember, it's very important for you to come up with the topics, right? So, you can read and coordinate it. Coordinate everything. All right, thank you. Annie. most important thing is to look at the timeline, because I've just say that you will have one more week. That means if you look at the calendar, April the 4th will be the last day for all of you to submit the artifacts, not March the 28th. You have one more week, okay? Oh, that means you can submit electronically. You don't need to come back. That will be the last day to submit. Of course, you can submit early. That will be the last day. The best is you can schedule it back on the original date, which is next Saturday, right? So you need to plan your own dates ahead when you can collect back from your team members to work. Because the purpose is to make sure we still have 4 weeks left after this learning contract to do your personal portfolio. And the last day of class is April 29th, and we still have 1 more week is the makeup week, so it will be May 5th is the last day of our class, I guess. May 7th. I promise you will get ready for the second learning contract by this weekend, okay? You have more feedback. Yes, I'm sorry, I always forget. If you have not done the questionnaire, okay, you see the questionnaire here? If you have not done the questionnaire here, please make sure you finish it before the end of tomorrow, okay? This is questionnaire number 2. You just click here and finish the question, right? I forgot to remind you last time. Sorry for that. It happens that I just received a call from my faculty. They just informed me, do not take 29th of April, that's the last day of class. The last day of class is 25th of April, right? So, but I still want to make sure that for us, the last day for you to submit your learning portfolio, which is the last part, is on May the 2nd, okay? Not May the 7th, I'm sorry. I just say May the 7th, but May the 2nd, all right? So, because they're very good, they just want to make sure that things works out like this. But still, we have 4 weeks for the personal e-portfolio. That's just good, all right? So you cannot enjoy the extra 5 days, which now stands on May the 2nd, not May the 7th, all right? So this is, I'm glad that they call me immediately about this. All right, that's very good. important purpose of this exercise is for each member in the group to have equal opportunity to present or to propose the topic, and then to need the whole group to engage in your topic, and then to write your journal, definitely discussions, detail, and then the report. Finally, it's the blog. So you have a lot of personal freedom to do your own work, but the process must be team-based, okay? You must have a teamwork first, generate the data, and then everyone takes from the big pool of data what is related to his or her own interesting topic under the big topic. That is an interesting thing. Everyone should learn to contribute to the overall topic first, and then take from that, because everyone has put something in, take from it, write your own topics detail. That is a very interesting thing, and it's also a challenge, right?
So first of all, good morning. Today is March the 16th, 2015.
Okay, this is for your reference because it's important that you got this resource, right? All right. counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. So now if you go into the repeat, it's sometimes the tricky thing about this open source module, sometimes even though I'm giving you the process, because each one of you now is related to personal, care, and team. They will not do all at the very beginning and start with one of these. Sometimes start with the personal one, sometimes you start with the care one. Okay? So now when you start with the care one, you get back to the team edit. So everybody try it. Make it happen. So it's something. If you have not tried using the wiki, please try using the wiki. There's a little trick under the middle open source. I just help them to solve it. Okay. Semi-basic. Okay. Yes, I'm trying to make it. Okay. That please looks like okay. You go out first. You go out first. Yes, now we'll do week number 8. And then you can click on the yes, yes. Now, you select team. Team number 1. Right. And then create page. Yes. Now, remember, this is a trick. So now you do it back. I just want to make sure go back means yes. Now you go back here. Okay. Now this time you click here. Create page. Now you can do something. Type something here first. Type your pen name. Type your pen name. Okay, now save. Save. Okay, now go here and select T. Okay, now you go back to the edit. Yes, that's the trick. Okay, because it's an open source module, it's free of charge. The housekeeping is not as good as what we expect. So you must use this method to get back to your team. All right. Oh, that means the PPT is just the PPT without voice. If you have not added the voice, it's just a PPT, you submit to the PPT. Then after you add the voice to the PPT, you submit into the digital story. Okay? The digital story. Yes. Actually, the digital story is called WAV5 something. But under Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, they may also call PPTX. They may want the PPTX something. It's okay. As long as you know that one has voice, the other doesn't have voice. So. Now remember, you must discuss about the topic. All right. The topic, you must identify the topic so that the whole team could proceed to do something about the topic. Do you have a topic now? Okay. May I just pass the microphone to the individual team so that you can start sharing? Are you ready to share the topic? Are you ready to share the topic? Okay, then can you tell us the topic? Yes. Thank you. We do have team number 1 to tell us something about the topic. Anna, are you ready? Okay.
Our topic is internet fraud.
Okay. Internet fraud. Okay, very good. So what are the 3 specific questions you want to study under this big topic? Have you talked about the 3 specific questions?
We are going to talk about that. First is what is internet fraud. This includes what kinds of internet fraud that we usually come across in nowadays society. And the second one is that the causes of this fraud and scam. And we can analyze it through some cases.
Thank you.
And the third one is that how to prevent this and provide some suggestions.
Yes, thank you very much. Very clear questions and very good directions. So the next thing you need to do is to divide the job among your team members. Thank you. Annie, have you designed a topic on your table?
Yes.
Okay, can you share with us the topic? Could you pass the microphone to Annie? All right, it's important. So what's your topic? What's your team's topic?
Our topic is computer.
Computer crimes. Okay. So do you have 3 specific questions to talk about your topic?
What is computer crime?
Okay.
What is the effect of computer crime?
Okay.
And how and what is the suggestions of stopping this computer crime?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So the 3 questions you have now, you have the topic. The next thing, again, your team has to do is to divide the manpower to do one of the 3 questions and all together. Okay? Thank you very much. So may I suggest that now you need to have a meeting to discuss about the questions, who is going to do what, and when they're going to produce something based on the schedule you have at hand. Now remember, we have to give you 1 more week, okay? So it's not March the 28th, it's April the 2nd, right? It's April the 4th, not April 2nd. Right? It's the last day for you to submit your work, but definitely If you want to enjoy your Easter holiday, you can go back and submit it earlier, all right? That is very important. The best is you did April the 2nd. That means you still can have a wonderful Easter after you submit your work. Now remember, your discussion detail today is actually structured into the meeting minutes. So someone in your team need to play the role of the secretary. Okay, that's very good. Sophie is doing that. And Nancy is doing the secretary's job today, right? Thank you very, very much. We need to buy a drink for the secretary every time because his or her hard work must be appreciated. We still have 4 more times to meet before the deadline to submit your artifacts for this learning contract. So make the best use of the classroom work hours. sure you know that you need to check your own grade on the first learning contract and also the second learning contract by this weekend by going back to this link, okay? You click this link and you choose your name, okay? Do not choose the table team, and you can see your grade and your work, all right? So you will see that your grading on learning contract number 2 by this weekend, all right? Let me do the attendance form. Thank you very much. Once again, the purpose of the free learning contracts, including the NOS course, to help you to accumulate some learning achievement in the form of your artifacts. And then after you see the grading and feedback, you can refine them and put your artifact in your learning portfolio. And that is the last 4 weeks of the semester. And normally you can see there's a lot of room for you to improve on the work. And also, it's important that you learn how to collect the learning records and from to achieve the homework, project support, and presentations in your portfolio. Okay? So, as I suggested, you now should have done the job on dividing who in your team is going to do which of the 3 questions. There are 3 questions for the topic, and when you are assigned to do at least 1 question, you need to use your skill developed on OIA to collect some information on the specific question and put it in the discussion forum, and also move from the discussion forum to your wiki. Okay, and of course you can first do something on your journals. The journals going to give you enough space to keep track of those things. It should not take long. Remember, it's a small exercise. It's not anything big. Don't think of it as something too big for you. Well, once you get into, the best thing is now you have almost 3 pairs in each team, and you have 3 questions for the topic. So each pair responsible for 1 question. That means the 2 persons in that pair responsible for the OIA of a specific questions. And that means the O is what? You look up sources, right? And then you can share. And so from that point onward, you can also accumulate the discussions record that you need to submit as part of your learning contract number 3, which is very important, okay? So you need to understand how to do something, get something back in preparations for the submission of the learning artifacts. In the meantime, the most important thing is to contribute to the success of the topic in the form of the report. And also digital story, and that means the PowerPoint. As I said, the digital story in the context of length should not be more than 15 minutes. And the number of slides, that means PowerPoint should not be more than 15 slides. So you can budget 1 minute per slide, and then you can distribute among the team member who is responsible for which slide, okay? And the coordinator needs to have some housekeeping slide, the team members' lists, the roles of the team members, the divisions of work in terms of which more questions, and then the information discovered by the individual peer or member of the team and peers, and then the accomplishments, okay, what they have to discover. For example, in the form of examples or videos like this, 1 to 2 minutes, to show us the concept. Now, since we have a very consistent topic in this class by the two teams, one is internet fraud, the other is computer crime, so this is a lot of resources from the website, Google environment to use. And then the easiest way maybe is to watch a particular documentary together and each pair provides a perspective to answer the question you're responsible for, and then support them with some links to the other literature or internet videos. This is just a small suggestion. One more thing, if you have not finished the questionnaire number 2, that means for learning contract number 2, do it before the end of tomorrow. Click on this link and you can do it, okay? It's important. And the last questionnaire for learning contract number 3 will be after you have finished the learning artifacts on April the 2nd, all right? So we will try to give you enough time to do it. And your experience of working in class is important because you have mostly all the people here, okay? Even though 1 and 2 will not be here. Now for today, I have to excuse myself a little bit earlier. I will normally let you go at 11:15, but I have a meeting. I need to match it in about 5 minutes, okay? So may I just invite you to continue work here, okay? And until next week, we'll meet again, all right?